Hi, boys and girls. We're going to do the homework from lesson 5. This is starting on page 97 in your sixth seed book, the book with the bedroom. I just want to remind you of the template that is in your Learn book. If you want to keep this in your whiteboard and use it for your homework, it might be useful. Otherwise, we can just sort of draw our own as we go. Let's review a little bit about what this lesson is about, okay? What we are talking about is the value of a number. So, or a digit, a numeral. We have 859. And when we think about it, this is an 8, but what it really means is 800. This is the actual value of the number 859. When we look at this numeral, the 5, it's in the 10 place. So what it actually means is 50. This 9 is in the ones place. So it means 9. And the hide zero cards make it a little bit easier to break these numbers apart. So if you've cut them apart, well, if you haven't cut them apart, I don't know why, because I've asked you to several times now. But it'll be a lot easier for you to figure these things out as we're going along if you're doing it this way. So we have 859. So we have 850 and a 9. And when I want to figure out how much each of those numerals is worth, how much is the 8 worth? Well, I can just take it out. Oh, that's 800. How much is the 5 worth? Well, it's 50. Okay. And you can do that in a place values chart where you've written or just imagined hundreds, tens, and ones, or you can do it as a number bond, which was one of the other things we were doing in class today. We put the number in the circle and then we break it apart into the value of those numbers. Again, using the hide zero cards is a really easy way to do that. This is something else we're going to be doing in our homework today. They're going to write it in words, and we have to figure out which number that is. So all of these numbers are very similar. There's a 4 and a 1 in everyone. These two both have a 0. But these are 3 very different numbers, all right? So this says 400s 110. Now again, you can either visualize your place value chart, or you can use it on your whiteboard, and you can use the one from the book or just make your own hundreds, tens, and ones. So this first one that says 400s 110, I know that that is this. And 110, it didn't tell me anything about zeros, so about ones, so I have to put a 0. That's going to tell me right now what that number is. The next one says 4 tens and 1 1. So my 4 isn't going to go here. This time my 4 is going to go here. And then there's 1 1. All right. So we're going to be doing all of those kinds of problems in our sixth seed book tonight. And again, the sixth seed page, the homework helper is on 97. We're going to turn now to 99. Oh, what comes after 99? 100. So what is the value of the 7 in this number? If we get our hide zero cards, I am going to put the 7 and the 6 and the 4. This is what I have. So this is 764, just like they have. And when I pull them apart, we have 764. So how much is that 7 worth in this number? It is 700. Good. If you haven't cut out your hide zero cards, you should do it now. All right, we're going to make number bonds for these next three numbers, which are very similar. So I'm going to write my number first. Remember, this is always easiest if I write my number, 333, and then circle it, because otherwise your circle might be too small. And give yourself enough room with your lines so that you can write the numbers. So we are separating this out. And again, I'm going to go ahead and use my hide zero cards because I think it's easier. That first number is a 3. The second number is a 3, and the third number is a 3. There's my third number. Where's my? There it is. All right. So I have my 333. Excellent. I'm going to take that number apart, and I'm going to write those digits underneath here. So I have 333. So I am going to write 300. And the middle digit is 30, and the last digit is just a 3. All right? The next one uses some of those same numbers. So again, I'm going to write my number first, then draw my circle, and draw my lines to give myself enough room to write my numbers. This time, we have the 300 and a 30. And we have 0 in the ones place. So this number is 300. The middle number is 30. And then what's in the ones place? 0. Now, I'm so sorry. They want us to write it out in words. So here we go. We have 300, 3 tens, 3 ones. So here we're saying what the value is, 333. And here we're writing it out as the units. There are 300s, there are 3 tens, and there are 3 ones. So down here, I'm going to say again, we had 3 hundreds. How many tens do we have? We have 3 tens. And then how many ones? 0 ones. Excellent. One more. Very similar number again. This is 303. I'm going to write the number and then circle it. Spread out my lines. And I'm going to have that 300 again. But this time I don't want that 30. That's the number we're trying to make, 303. Now when I break that apart, I have 300. How many tens? How many ones? So I have 3 hundreds, 0 tens, and 3 ones. Nice job. If you need to pause to catch up, you can, but I'm going to turn the page from 99 to 100. I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit because I want to see the whole page here, I think. Because we have to decide which numbers go with our words, all right? Which numbers go with our words? The first unit form with the words says 100, 1, 1. 100, 1, 1. I'm going to give myself a place value chart. that I can use. And if you have yours in your uh, whiteboard, you can just use the template from the book. So we have 100 and 1. Do we have any tens? No. That's the number we're looking for. 100, 1. Do you see it? Oh, way down here. I'm going to draw a line from A down to that number, 101. Good. Our second one, B, it says 110 and 1. So let me erase that number. And now we have 110, 1. Do we have any hundreds? No. What number is that? That number is 11. Do you see the number 11? Hope it's hiding under my whiteboard. There it is. So I'm going to draw a line from 110, 1. That's like our say 10 way, right? 10, 1 is the number 11. Our next number is 7 tens and 1. You can do it on your whiteboard. I'm just going to turn this, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to turn this into a 7. 7 tens and 1. 7 tens is 70. Do you see the number? 7 tens and 1 is 71. We only have 2 more. We're doing great. D says 100, 110. That's a lot like our first number. I hope it's not the same. So this time we need 100 and 110. Are there any ones? No, we're going to put a 0 in that place. Oh, that is very similar to our first number. Our first number was 101. What is this number? 110. Do you see the number 110? It's got 100 and 1 in the tens place. Let's look at this last one and see if we can do it without using our place value chart. Whoops, can't see it. There it is. The last one says 7 hundreds, 110. So there's a 7 and then a 1 in the tens place. And is there anything in the, in the tens place? And then there's nothing in the ones place. So we have 7 hundreds, 110, and then 0 ones. What is that number going to look like? There are 2 numbers left for us to choose from. Which one has 700s? Oh, they both have 700s. Which one has 110 and 0 ones? That's this one up here. This one has 0 tens and 1. Very different number. Boys and girls, thank you so much for working with me. I hope you have a great weekend. See you Monday.